Direct email. I presume a lot of us are using that. So that's in internet, tool options, internet, configure direct email, and you can put your email thing here. That is not health mail. That is used to be sending information out to the patient, because health mail is closed ecosystem. If you try to send health mail out to Gmail, to Hotmail, to something else, it won't. Now, recently there was a problem with two factors with Gmail for those people who decided to stay with Gmail for the practice email. It has been worked on, although a bit kind of slow, but still there is a workaround for that. So at the moment, if you have your two-factor with your Gmail and you try to send it out, you'll get an error. It won't be sent, right? It just doesn't work. So option one to fix it is stop using Gmail, which is probably the best, because for Gmail, you're really a product. You're not a user. It's free for a reason. It's free because they're going through that. It's free because they are teaching their own algorithms on your emails. So option number one is change to ProtonMail, that it's encrypted on their servers. They can access it. You're paying, but you're a customer, not a product. The benefit of that is now, one, there's an easy way if you're using Gmail to move over to them. And they have an app called Proton Bridge for the desktop that you're using it on. What this Proton Bridge does is it downloads the encrypted blob of the email, and then on your device, it decrypts it. And it gives you local server data. So SMTP, that's what you're looking for to send stuff out. So this would be your then configuration information to connect to the thing on the local machine and send information out. And again, once your email reaches Proton Bridge on your device, it gets encrypted and then is sent out, right? Option number two is create a no-reply email with your hosting. So if you own a domain, mysurgery.com, if you talk to IT people or to people who provide the domain, they should be able to provide a no-reply email for you. And then you can set it up in a way that it's login password. Again, make a high entropy password so it wasn't taken over as email. And then option number three, if you still are not convinced by what I said and you want to use Gmail, that's fine. That's up to you. There is a way to go around it. So if you log into your Gmail, and similarly to health mail, you go to your icon, you go to manage your Google account, and you go to security there. For that to work, you have to have two-factor set up already. So if it's not, you have to activate it, create your two-factor. You can use your 2FAS app for your phone if you want to. And once this is activated, you go to that web page, myaccount.google.com/apppasswords. And then what this web page will allow you to do is it will allow you to create a single password that will kind of be allowed to bypass your two-factor in a way. And again, the probable reason that's why they allowed that is because here they generate a password for you. So they know you want to use stupid password that's short, reused, and easy to break. So when you go there to this link, it will tell you, okay, give me your app name, so you knew who are you authorizing. So you can put your health one there. And it will give you a 16-character password that you copy, paste, ideally just to health one, ideally you don't store it anywhere else, and once you paste it, you just forget about it. And once you have it set up, right, that will work. And the email will be sent even though it didn't prompt you for second factor. Those are the important bits that have to match, meaning the server name, the port number, the type of encryption, your login is your email, and your password is this password that you have just generated. So that's the workaround. So we don't have it built in at least yet, but if you decide to use it, that's how you use it. Out of curiosity, anybody using Gmail? No, cool. One. I won't point fingers. So what are you using? Outlook. And are they also forcing two-factor on you? No. So you see, so the problem here, the reason for the problem is that Gmail is trying to make your account more secure. And so they're forcing you to be happy in a way. But again, all of those companies forcing us to be happy is because we just use two passwords. And accounts are hijacked and used for crime, essentially, you know? So that's why the two-factor, in essence, I absolutely agree that this is the correct thing to do. You want the two-factor. There is a new thing also called passkeys, which is kind of public-private crypto thing that, so you have the key within your device, so you're authenticated stronger than password and login and two-factor. But it'll take time to be spread out. So for the moment, this is what we have. So with Outlook, I didn't try to go around it yet. If it works for you for the moment, I guess it works. But do you have your custom domain on the Outlook or no? Meaning your surgery domain, or are you at outlook.com, or are you reception@mysurgery.com? And it was after @ Okay, so I have your domain. So even if Outlook then forced two-factor, then you can talk to your kind of hosting company that hosts the website for you, that they can create a no-reply email for you within this hosting. So you bypass Outlook altogether. It just goes through your hosting and then out. So there's a solution for that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, difficulty is that it requires extra steps. Difficulty is that it requires a bit of configuration. By definition, it has to have your emails downloaded to work quickly, right? So it's a space potentially issue that it will download those information down, because then it has to decrypt it on the fly. So it has to have access to actually encrypted blob. But like, you can get it to work. Yeah, you can get it to work. So what we are using for our practice is we're using Proton Mail, yes, but for emails going out, not to create a lot of unnecessary junk, we have the no reply email configured through the hosting. No reply at strandmedicalpractice.com. Yeah, so that's how we manage that. Correct. Yeah. But then going back to direct email, because it's not health mail, so it's not kind of in this safe enclave, it's not within this walled garden. If you send something out, now you can do PDF encryption as well, meaning if you generate a letter, you can tell Health One, okay, encrypt it for me. Because even if you decided, okay, I'm good, I have good security posture, I use encrypted email, but my patients usually don't. So that's trying to save them from themselves, kind of. So their data were not leaked because they use something that would be broken into. So again, tools, options, internet, and down here you have the options how you can encrypt it. And there are two things you can choose from. So once you click on your email out and you want to send it through direct email, you can choose either PDF encrypted by date of birth, or if you have phone number saved, you can create a kind of higher entropy password. And that's what the text message will be, the type of text message will be sent to the patient, right? So they'll get their password in. When they try to open the PDF attachment, they have to enter password. If it is date of birth, it is 8 digits in format year, month, date. If it's a text message you decided to send, they have to type that in. So the reason why there are two options is because one of them means money that you have to pay, right? So if you decide in a way better, meaning one-time password to be used, you have to pay because you have to send a text message to the patient with the password. They have to know it somehow. If you decide that maybe I don't want to be paying for more text messages, and they call, oh, can I have my results, whatever, you can tell them, well, yes, you get this email that you registered with us. Your password will be your date of birth, right? So not as strong, because if somebody gets hold to their account and they know them enough, they might know the date of birth, but it's something. Meaning, if it's leaked to somebody else who doesn't know them, that's another obstacle they have to go through to access it. By design, it was not built into health mail, because you don't want them to be hanging on the phone with your consultant secretary. Oh, it's encrypted. What's the password, right? So we assume responsibility for keeping those emails through health mail secure with health mail. If we're sending it out, we kind of have to assume some degree of responsibility if we decide to send information out to patients. Yeah. Questions about that? Year. So 4 digits. 4 digits for year, 2 digits for month, 2 digits for day. Well, that's the only source of truth you have. So if you have it incorrectly saved, then that's what it'll be used to encrypt it. Yeah. Yes, Mahmoud. Health mail is never encrypted by us, meaning the attachment you send is never encrypted. Because again, we assume that they keep it safe. It's only for direct email. It's only for direct email. Oh yeah. Yeah, with exception that if for some reason the consultant did not, they have custom domain, like, matter.ie, right? So if Matter didn't go through the effort to get their domain saved into the or allowed into the health mail, then that's potential exception. But most of them would be within health mail, and if they don't, you'll get a bounce back message. Well, look, you're not allowed to send message to this domain, right? So you'll know that they're not in it.